Welcome back. So today we are going to see the next thing on NoSQL is MongoDB. So we are going to see what is MongoDB, some basic CRUD operations and search operators. Okay, so what is MongoDB? We all know MongoDB is a NoSQL document-oriented database. It stores data as a document. Its data as a document means a JSON-like object. Instead of rows and columns, it will be having like a JSON key value pair as a document. So what are the key characteristics? So document oriented, schema flexible, JSON like data model. Even if it is even though JSON like model internally stored as BSON, supports embedded document, supports arrays, supports indexing, supports transaction, supports replication, and supports sharding. So you can see there in the example, this is a simple document which has a property, key and value. And you can also see here, you can document with the nested objects and arrays. You can have this is key value pair, this is object, this is arrays. So next one, what you are going to see in the MongoDB, what are the main thing is there. So for SQL, we'll say database, tables, rows, and columns. So here we say database, collection, documents, field. So what is database? We all know database is a container for collections. In SQL, it is container for database. It is a container for collections. So I have company DB. Inside my company DB, I have collections like customers, employees, orders, and products. If we want to use the command for switch to database to check which is my current database, show database list all in all databases. Okay. So the important point is MongoDB doesn't create a database until you persist data in it. If there is no data, it is not the database was not to persist. That is the one important point. And then collection. Collection is similar to table in a SQL. If you want to create a collection, you can say db dot create collection name. Here it is employees. If so, collections will show list of collections. So employees is a collection. I have my document inside it. Okay. So what is document? A document is a MongoDB fundamental unit of data. It can contain simple fields. This is the simple fields format, arrays, embedded documents, and array of documents. So array of documents means under orders, I have multiple documents for orders, order ID, amount. So I have 1001, 500 amount, order ID 1002 amount. So array of documents. Okay. The next topic. So what is the internal BSON and what is the object ID? So we already saw all the JSON like document internally stored as BSON. What is BSON? BSON is a binary encoded serialization format based on JSON with additional data types. What are the BSON data types supported? String, double, int, Boolean, date, object ID. This is one unique ID which is used to store the unique identification like underscore ID, array, embedded document, binary data, decimal, null, and regular expression. So why does MongoDB use BSON instead of JSON? Binary representation, more data types, efficient encoding and decoding, support special data types like object ID, date, and decimal 128. That is the main reason. So object ID, MongoDB automatically creates an ID field if you don't provide one. When you insert one data into a collection, if you didn't give the object ID, automatically it insert one value. Otherwise, if you itself can also provide your own ID like this. So what is object ID? Object ID is a 12-byte BSON type, commonly displayed. If you can see here, it is a 12-byte. It is designed to be a highly unique. It is generated in a way that incorporate timestamp in a seconds. Machine identifier means most process identifier counter. So you can have some format which can be uniquely length. So the length is 12 bytes. So you can have 24 character hexa string. Okay. So the next one is about MongoDB CRUD operations. You can create, read, update, and delete. You can insert one document, you can insert many document, you can find many documents, you can find one document, update one document, update many document, you can delete one, delete many. So these are the formats. So insert one will go and insert the one. If ID is not created, it creates its own ID. You can create the with ID also. Insert many, you can have insert many documents here. Okay. So you can do, there is another attribute like ordered versus unordered insertions. So you can give order as true in the last one. So you can do the process in order. If you give ordered as false, it will go in a order in a false manner. Okay, that is very another important value. When you give ordered as true, if some of the you know I when doing 1 2 3, if 2 is unable to insert, then it will throw some error. If unordered means, then it will continuously processing, even one insertion fails. Okay, so find all the documents with the find age, who all having the age 30, who all have the city London, find all. Find one means find the first matching. The one always do the first matching. Update update first matching. Here for update, you can have set, increment the value, and set. I can set or change a field. I can unset, remove a field. I can increment a value. Now I want to set age 31. I don't feel what is the earlier value. Now I want to change it to that to 31. So it will go and change it. That's it. So I want to change the country as UK. Who also having a city as London? For them, I want to make set the country as UK. Delete one. I want to delete the first matching the name of John. Delete all documents matching the city as London. And the one important point is in deleteMany, don't give the empty braces, then it will delete all the documents in the collection. That we need to be very careful. Okay. And whenever we are inserting, it will acknowledge true with the inserted ID. If it is many, it will give inserted IDs like this. Okay. So yeah, this is the CRUD operation. The next one is comparison operators. We have equal, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to, matches any, like in this, you have London or any or something kind of, and not in, if it is not London or Birmingham, something like that. Okay. So logical operators and these everything will be used under db.users.find. That is a very important thing you want to understand. Then logical operators and, or, not, nor, and means if both the property should matches, if the age should be greater than 25 and the city should be London. This is the meaning here, you can see. And okay, so or, okay, matches city London or Birmingham. Combination of and or. So age greater than or city or London. Okay, not. So here the meaning is they should not have age not greater than 30. Okay, here that is the meaning, not age greater than 30, nor here means there should be neither city London or not age. Both should not meet the criteria. Any one, both, or you know, and not this and not this. Both should not have the criteria. These are the operators. This is also for find. Okay. Next comes array queries. We have already seen in, it is similar that in, and matches array queries. We can see the array queries of in, which have skills in Java also. So in the array, if you have Java or Python, then any one of this, then all means you should have both all and this. Size means skills size of 3. I want to have 3 members. that you have to find. Everything all search queries here. Element match. If in this order or product, element match, the product should be laptop and the price should be greater than this one. It is a element match. Embedded documents. In embedded documents, you can how to find. For example, if I want to search for the postcode, then how to do address dot postcode. That is the main thing that it is explaining here. Okay, dot notation, address dot city, address dot postcode. Okay, so the nested update, the same thing, address dot city, you can update in the same way. For update or to find, you can do dot notation. That is the main thing here, it is explained. So projection here means, I know, for example, if I want to, for example, if I didn't, in the find, even though I didn't, I say only name and age, the ID will be returned automatically. Okay, that is the default one. Exclude, if I want to exclude ID, I want to give ID as 0. Even for other fields also, you can say salary 080 means it will return excluding salary and age, name and city alone. It will not return the salary and age. That is the here important. So, but when you are using this projection, you should not include like uh, ID and salary. Do not mix up. For example, exclusion and inclusion. So salary 0, you want to also include the ID. So you have not given ID. ID also wants to return here. So don't mix inclusion and exclusion in the same projection except for ID. Okay. So don't include both. So you should not give salary 0 as you are already ignoring the inclusion here. Okay. Don't do not mix. Okay. That is the main concept here. Yeah. So thank you. If you have any queries on this or any explanation, you can ask me. There is a MongoDB online editor is available. If you need, you can use some online editor to validate your real-time experience. Okay. Thank you all. If any doubts, comment and give a comment. I will answer you. Thank you. Bye-bye.